Hi everyone, welcome into my Boujee Crochet Wearables series. This is episode number 20 and it's been a hot minute. So welcome into, as I said earlier, Boujee Crochet Wearables episode number 20, and I have two finished projects and so excited about sharing those with you today. So I have been working on my oversized sweater. It is a pattern by Olga Poltava, and as always I will have every crafter, designer, pattern all linked in the description box below. She does have a YouTube channel where she shares tutorials, and she has, I think, an Etsy shop. I don't think it's Ravelry. I think it's just maybe Etsy, but I'm not positive. But anyway, she does have that where you can also buy her patterns if you want the written pattern. And so this is her oversized sweater that I have been working on that you can check out in all the previous episodes that I will link somewhere, and that will help you kind of follow the progress that I was making on this sweater, but it is now completed. So I will insert a picture of me wearing the sweater here. And the reason I did that is it is very warm. And this sweater is it's alpaca. So it is a very warm sweater, and I just could not wear it the whole time that I am doing this episode. So, but I will hold it up and show you. Let me first show you the yarn that I used. So this silver color was the yarn Perennial by Kelborn Woolens, and this is 60% superwash merino, 25% Surrey alpaca, and 15% nylon. It came on a 100-gram skein, which is 497 yards or 454 meters. This is what I have left. I did not weigh it, but if I think about it before I put the video up, I will put on the screen what it weighs. But I used an entire skein. This is the second, what is left of the second skein. And I paired that with this yarn, which is Queen City yarn. It is dyed by Queen City Yarn Company in North Carolina in Charlotte. It is 75% Surrey alpaca and 25% silk. It is extremely soft. This was a 50-gram ball, which was 459 yards. And this is also what I have left of the second skein. So I used an entire 50-gram ball, and this is what was left of the second skein or hank of yarn. And holding them both together, this is what the sweater came out to look like. So there you go. I don't know if you can see the whole entire thing, but very beautiful fabric. And from a distance, I just love the mix of the blue and the gray together. I think it is so beautiful. The texture is beautiful. It does itch me a little. I'm thinking it's not really the alpaca, but the superwash merino, because wool does itch me. But if I wear a short sleeve shirt underneath it, I can get by with it, especially in cooler weather. I think putting it on for the pictures and everything, because my house is warm. We do keep our house a little warmer just to save on electricity costs. We put fans on to help out with that. And so because of that, just being hot, it does itch a little. So I think in the cooler temperatures, it will be really nice. I think it will be really beautiful over a dress. Because it is cropped a little bit, I think it would grow great over a skirt or over a dress to add some warmth in the winter time. So I just love it. And yes, summer is coming, so it will be a while before I can wear it, but I'm really excited that it is complete and that it is ready to go for the winter when it comes in the next 6 to 7 to 8 months from now. So the pattern, I love the pattern. Very well written. The only thing I changed on the pattern was the length of the sleeves, and I only changed it by a couple of stitches because I do have shorter arms. And so the sleeves, it didn't matter what size body you chose, the sleeves were going to be the same length. And the sleeves did not change based on the size. Because it's oversized, the sleeves are big enough to fit every size. And even the length from where the body ended on the arm to the end, no matter if you were small to 3XL, 4XL, can't remember the largest size, but adding that same length would fit most people's arms. But I did measure because I knew it was oversized and I wouldn't be able to like push up my sleeves if I was going to get my hands wet. And so I decided I wanted the sleeves to really fit right at my wrist. And so I measured and I chained according to my measurement. Ended up really only being a couple of inches shorter, but it worked out perfectly for my short arms. And that was the only thing that I changed about the pattern. Everything else I did exactly the same up until the sewing. I did not sew it in the way that she put in her directions, in her pattern. It was not detailed, the sewing part. And so it didn't make sense to me to sew up the sleeve and then put the sleeve onto the body. And so what I did is I left the sleeve open and I sewed from here around to the back. I sewed that. And then I sewed, I think I started with the arm, then I sewed at the seam straight down the arm to the armpit and straight down the body. And I did leave a slit. I did not sew the ribbing together. And so that is how I sewed it. She wanted you, as I said, to do the arm first and then to come around and do, I don't know, around this way and down. And yeah, just didn't make sense. I wanted to lay it flat and line it all up, make sure it was even. And so that is why I changed up the way I sewed it. But otherwise, the pattern was great. Love it. Check it out. It is, if you watch her tutorial, it is a free pattern. It's only if you want the written pattern that you buy it, and it's very reasonably priced. I think it's right around $5. So check out Olga Poltava's channel. She's got a lot of amazing patterns, and this one especially, I am looking forward to wearing it this winter. And so that is my first for this video, my first finished project. Now, you may have seen a few shorts, and heard me in one of my podcasts, just my regular Flourish Creatively podcast, talk about a secret corner to corner pattern that I was working on. And I have finished that and going to put the details here in this video about that. It really wasn't one of my Boujee Crochet Wearables that I started or talked about in any previous episodes, but I am going to talk about it in this episode and show you because I have finished it. So let me give you a few details about the pattern. You can probably guess it is a wearable since I am including it in this episode of Boujee Crochet Wearables. I used for the body this Color Fusion DK yarn by Premier, and that is what it looks like. Isn't it gorgeous? I just fell in love with it when I saw it on their website. It is a DK yarn, which is my favorite weight of yarn other than for making socks. I love DK weight. It is a 100-gram ball, 325 yards or 298 meters, and it is 100% acrylic. And this colorway is called Saltwater Taffy. So that is what I did the body of this wearable with. And then there is ribbing around the neck and around the bottom that I did with just a acrylic DK weight yarn that I brought back from South Africa. It is Charity, is the name brand, and I used just a color white. And so let me put a picture of me wearing the project right now. So yes, I made a corner to corner crochet vest. Isn't it amazing? I love it. It is so soft and squishy, even with DK weight yarn. I love the colors and how it worked up. I talked about, I think it was in my last podcast, how I wanted to match up the two front panels and showed that where I started over here with this color in the skein, and so started the other panel at the same color, and they matched up pretty well until I got up here to the top. But it's the lighter colors in the skein, and so I think it matched up very well. And then the back was one solid piece, and so I absolutely love this pattern. I'm going to put a picture up of the pattern. Her name is Michelle Greenberg, and this is what her vest looked like. And I'm putting this picture up here so when I show you mine and compare what I changed, you'll be able to kind of maybe remember this picture, and it will help as I talk about what I did change. And so if you notice her shoulders, they are a little wider than mine, and her ribbing is different. So let me come back and show you mine. All right, so I ended up making the shoulder up here, the corner to corner part, less blocks or less rows, and so that it would be thinner. I didn't really want it hanging as far down off the shoulder, and I thought the armhole for me would need to be a little deeper. It looked like it was tucked up under her arm, and so I just thought it needed to be a little bit wider of an opening. So that is why, the two reasons why I changed, it changed the width of the shoulder, but it also changed the opening of the armhole. she just did single crochets around all the openings, so the neck, the arm, and the bottom. I did 2 rows of single crochet around the arm, but I did the V-neck ribbing around the neck, and I did the ribbing around the bottom. So this is the ribbing that you chain out and you do single crochet in the back loop only, and turn and connect, slip stitch in 2 stitches and go back and single crochet in the back loop only. So it takes a long time to get the ribbing done, but I just think it turned out beautiful. Love the pattern, but yes, I would make a few tweaks to the pattern. I still think the armhole could be a little bit wider and hang down a little bit lower. Look, I plan on wearing it either over a strappy top or over a t-shirt or a long sleeve t-shirt like in her picture. And so I just think the armhole could be a little bit deeper. And I think the back of the neck is too wide. It just doesn't sit comfortably going across the back and around. And so my thought is I like that this is smaller, but I am thinking that because the V, I think the V is a little bit, you know, it's deep. It's not revealing, but it is deep. So I think I could actually, when I take from this side, I could actually add and go ahead and do another diagonal here and close up the V a little bit more, which would make the back part here, it would connect here. Instead of stopping on this diagonal, it would stop here at this diagonal, so make that back a little bit less wide across the back of the neck. That's kind of what I would tweak about the pattern. Otherwise, I loved it. And she gives you on her website, you can get the pattern, and it is a free pattern. She also has a YouTube channel. So her name is Michelle Greenberg, but her YouTube channel is called the Snugglery. And I'll put that on the screen, the Snugglery. And she does a tutorial for it as well. But she gives you the corner to corner chart. And I just downloaded it in a PDF and tweaked it. Like, I covered up her blocks with white as I took off, when I took off that row to make the sleeve wider and the shoulder narrower. And so you can tweak that. You can print it out and tweak it to fit the way you fit, you know, that would fit for you. It does, it comes in small, medium, large, extra large, and 2X, 3X. So it does go up to a 3X. But anyway, I love it. I love the yarn. I think it is so cute. And what a creative idea for using corner to corner. So how many of you thought it was going to be a vest? I know a few said sweaters. I did see that. So you were very close. But yep, I made a vest, and so excited about that. Well, thank you for joining me for this episode. Those are my 2 Boujee Crochet Wearables, one with really bougie yarn, one with 100% acrylic, but very beautiful. And yeah, I just love them and look forward to wearing them. So this is going to be not my last Boujee Crochet Wearable, but I am taking a break. So it is going to be the last one for a couple of months because I am part of Battle of the Stitches. For this month, I am part of Christmas extravaganza. I guess you could say a Christmas elf, putting out videos in July for Christmas and Christmas present ideas. And so I really need to spend time working on that. And then I am also doing Decade Divas, which is September, October, and I need to get started on my project. It is, I will say, an amigurumi, and that is not my strongest, especially sewing all the parts, and so I really need to get started on that. And so because of that, I am going to pause this Boujee Crochet Wearables series. I still plan on my next project being the sweater from Jean at On the Hook Crochet, which I talked about in my last Boujee Crochet Wearable episode. But so I do plan on making that, but we'll probably pick it up in July because I want to have my Christmas extravaganza videos all done and just ready to I'm going to schedule them so they'll be ready to go up and each week in July. And so yeah, so anyway, in July I might pick up it's kind of my goal for picking up the Boujee Crochet Wearable series again. So thank you for watching. This is not the end, just a little break, and we will see you in the next few months. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye, y'all.